Yo, what up, Street Talks? Eric Kim. All right, quick turbo thought. So, the other day I just did the first time I did a food eating challenge, which was hilarious. So there's a place called Tabu Shabu just around the corner here in North Park, San Diego, and it was really fascinating because it was like, oh, eat 3 pounds of meat and all these other random stuff under 30 minutes. I'm like, dude, I could totally do that. I typically eat 3 pounds of meat a day on the average, and I think my personal record was actually eating 5 pounds of meat in one sitting. So I was like, okay, I could totally do this, easy peasy, right? So, anyways, you know, I was, long story short, I was able to do it, and it was actually really funny because the biggest thing, I was just personally curious. Like, I've never done anything like this, right? I was just like, can I do it? So it's actually personal curiosity, which drove me. It wasn't about getting a free meal necessarily. It wasn't about losing money. I think if you lose, you had to pay like $200 or something. It was just more like, can I do it? And this location, there was nobody who's done it in 2 years. Apparently there's a location in Costa Mesa, like 30 people have already done it. And actually, me and Cindy went on YouTube, and then we saw some girl finish it in 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, I could do this, right? But it's kind of interesting because technically when you go to a restaurant to eat, doesn't really take skill per se. It's more like you gotta find a good restaurant, and it's like, don't want to make sure it's too expensive, and you just pay the bill and you peace out, right? But eating, like kind of this eating competition challenge thing is funny because like you have a clear mission, right? So you gotta do it. And you also, it's funny because you gotta strategize, right? So order the beef, the spicy miso because spicy soup helps me digest better. Ordered spinach because I prefer the bitter taste. Maybe next time I'll do the Napa cabbage because actually it's easier to eat. Leave the carbs at the end. I haven't eaten carbs in almost a decade, and so I don't really care for carbs, whatever. It's just kind of fun. Might be an efficient way to eat. But anyways, the last week I did some hardcore powerlifting. So on Monday I was doing like a 1 rep max squat attempt. Wednesday, 1 rep max deadlift, 465 pounds. And then also the day of, at around 6 p.m., I also did some heavy dumbbell floor press at the gym. So I feel like all of the conditions were pretty optimal. And so, long story short, the strategy, just got to eat all the meat in the beginning and leave the carbs till the very end. But anyways, just some takeaway thoughts is, maybe powerlifters should get into doing these eating competitions. Look for a Tabu Shabu near you in California. I think they also have them in Texas. And surprising, after the fact, I actually felt pretty good. So if you're curious, try it out.